So we are outside in the sun, aren't we, Mittens? Yeah. So we are outside in the sun, and this little kind of MacGyver, Mad Max type camera slider I made about a year ago, or 6 months to a year ago, and I made it just with whatever I had, but I want to kind of make a few improvements. I want to paint the wooden pieces, I want to lower the GoPro mount, and I want to fix up the wiring, and I want to make it run off a wall adapter instead of a battery pack. But the way I'm going to do it is you'd still be able to plug a battery pack into it. It's just not necessary for me. So I'm going to start making all them modifications now. Alright, so this is how the camera slider looks when it's half complete. You can see I gave it a nice coat of that yellow on both sides, looking pretty nice. Now basically I'm going to just measure from end to end to attach the metal bottom bit, which is going to be the tripod mount. but if you didn't want to build the tripod mount, you're more than welcome to just sit that on the ground. It does have leveling feet, and they work fine, but for me, I'm just going to go that little bit extra mile and put it on a tripod. So I'm going to go ahead and mark it all out, and we'll come back. Alright, so we've got the bar and the vise. Now, it probably shouldn't be in the vise because I've already drilled and tapped the hole, and I just planned on just screwing it in from the bottom, but because I didn't actually measure this, I just kind of assumed for some reason that it was the right length. It's actually about 1.5 inches long on each side. Now, that doesn't actually mean anything, but I kind of want it to sit right on those wooden feet. I don't want to have a 2-inch overhang. So what I'm going to do is I'm going to measure in 2 inches from each side with my combination square, and I'm just going to use the hacksaw quickly to cut it off. Alright, so I'm just putting this motorized tripod together now. Now, I attached the bottom bar. I just used a nut as a spacer because I just didn't have any washers left. Now, I've gone ahead and put the little stop switch mount on, the little carriage here, and the GoPro mount. So, it's coming along really, really nicely. If I had some black paint, I'd probably paint this black and the stop switch black, but I just didn't have any. So we'll continue on with the build. So I'm going to put all this together and we'll come back. Alright, so this is the finished result of the homemade camera slider. It's mounted on a Kodak tripod, which I found in the council chuckouts, which is just like a, you know, chuck your rubbish out type thing, trash picked. I've got a 12-volt power adapter wired up to it. Everything's mounted, everything's painted, and I came up with this little mechanism here, which is just a thin block of wood with a little notch drilled out. It's mounted up a little bit higher than that, so when it travels all the way past here, it basically just clicks on the switch and turns the whole machine off. So you can set your camera for say 15 seconds or 30 seconds. That way it's not fully recording while this has stopped. So you can see how it's mounted. I just obviously tapped the hole so you can turn around and move it any which way, down, up, side to side. So that's it. So now I've just included a few little cool little montage shots using the slider. So I hope everyone can like, comment and subscribe.